Hey everyone, and welcome to Teaching with Sierra. Today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about heart words. So I am at home. Today is a teacher work day, and I thought that I would record this video to share with you guys just a video that's simply something that all of us are probably working on currently at the moment in our classrooms. But not only are we working on like the literacy piece, we're also working on the math piece as well. But I brought my folder home to show you guys how I am keeping up with building heart words and sight words into my small groups. Okay, so in my folder here, not only do I have like printed out plans, who I'm working with, what time I'm working with them, and what days. So most of my small groups happen on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thursdays and Fridays used to be like a small check-in. Now it's going to be used for the more advanced group to come over and work on heart words with me as well. So some of the heart words and sight words that we're working on currently is in modules 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'll show you guys those. All right, so with that being said, module 1, they're learning the words the, C, A, and I. I noticed that with my kiddos, if I show them this, they don't understand what that means. So like when they're doing words that like am, and it has that special A, they don't exactly know what it is. So we ended up printing off cards, like flashcards that have the A the correct way and not like this old-fashioned A. So in module 2, they're learning by, my, to, am, at, go, is, no, and, can, you. So right now in curriculum, they really should know modules 1 and 2, as we're just getting into 3 and 4. So module 3, they should know an, it, he, she, did, it, in, with, and me. So we are now learning the digraphs for TH, CH, WH, and SH. So they should be recognizing the endings of those, and then those are the rest of the modules, words that they need to know. So what I do, and this is not my original copy, my original copy of this is what my coworkers started, but I thought that what it would be beneficial for me to do is to, so my original thought was to do either like a different color highlighter or markers, and then just like if they know the words, put a certain color next to it. And because I'm checking it every 2 weeks, I can tell for the next 5 times that I need to check, like, oh, you know, this is when whatever. So like if they know words as of today, basically Monday when I assess, then I'll make sure it's green, and then I'll put the date that I'm assessing them. And the date that I'm going to assess them is 1/29, and then I'll assess them again in 2 weeks from there to see what it is they exactly know. So then in 2 weeks it'll be blue. So when you're teaching heart words, the main premise of using heart words method is basically like to teach the irregular high frequency words by decoding like what can be stood out and heard, and using a heart to represent the irregular spelling pattern in a word. So this is how I introduce heart words into my classroom. I'm just going to pick a random word that we've already done. So you. So what I do is like introduce the word. This is the word you, and then I also want them to be able to understand, like, I want them to be able to hear the sounds, I want them to be able to hear the letters, but I also want them to be able to like see it and recognize it. So like I'm saying you, ooh, ooh. So sometimes I make them like this. This is how I did it last year. This year I just chose to do it all in black and white, and then of course put a heart above the cards that I have. And so sometimes it is helpful to also like introduce it with a sentence like, I noticed that you are looking at me. So it's like they're taking this word, and when they see this again, it helps. And especially like if you're able to do morning meeting messages, include words that you're learning, and then have kids come up and be able to write it on the board. That'll also help. But basically, I print out papers and I want them to be able to like to tap the sounds. So when we hear y, ooh, it sounds like we only hear 2 sounds, but we actually need 3 letters to make the word you. So I'll ask students like what the word is after they heard me say it, after they hear me sound it out. And then basically they will color in the colored box of which one we need to know by heart. Of course, we need to know the oo part, which is OU by heart, and because we can hear the y. So I review these on Thursdays and Fridays. That way I can still continue to push out Monday through Friday with heart words. Sometimes I do allow them to do whiteboard and marker, and they can try and write it out for me. Also like a chalkboard with chalk. And then of course, there are so many papers that you guys can find online that's going to help with sight words as well, that you can print off. Some of them you can even like just type the word in and it makes the printout for you. So many great options. I love teaching heart words, as it's so cool to see how the kiddos adapt to the words that you're actually teaching. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos.